The NFL draft, as you said, is just 2 weeks away, and the Predators host a playoff game tomorrow night. All fun things, but unfortunately all happening at once. Their closeness is unique as is, but it's even more impressive considering they are 2 of 13 siblings. Yeah. Cheaper by the dozens, got nothing on the Boyles. But for those headed downtown today, I can tell you if you're looking for parking, unfortunately, this spot is taken. A lot of emotions, Kayla. That's because this could have been the last game inside Bridgestone this season. It looks like the struggles from Game 4 carried over into today's Game 5. A fairly lifeless performance from the Predators' defensemen at points in this game. And honestly, I hate to say it, but it looked like a lack of effort at times. A lot of turnover. When it's tied 2-2, the Game 5 winner usually goes on to win the series 79% of the time. However, silver lining, back in 2016, the Preds lost Game 5 against the Jets in a 2-2 tie and went on to win the series, so it has happened before. But now they head down to Dallas for a winner-go-home Game 6. Now, even though wearing the two-tone blue would be a dream come true for Williams, he said when he met with the Titans, he told them, "Don't draft me because I'm local. Draft me because I'm the best player possible." Now, based on what I've seen from Williams, if the Titans do, in fact, opt to draft him, they won't be doing it because he's from Nashville. Oh, yeah, work is underway here at the NFL Draft Experience behind me. I think I saw a miniature replica of a football field, but that's what it's all about. It's a 3-day football festival featuring NFL-related exhibits. And of course, this is Nashville, live music. Now, the league puts on some form of the NFL experience at all of its major events, like the Super Bowl and the Combine, but they said this is their largest footprint for an NFL experience to date. So come check it out next week, Thursday through Saturday. 2 weeks from tomorrow is the 20th running of the Rock and Roll Marathon. And this year, they've got company. The NFL Draft isn't just taking over downtown, it's also taking over the race, which is why I'm stationed here at the finish line to show you how it's all incorporated. Now, they're also encouraging runners to show their team pride by sporting their favorite NFL jerseys while they run the race. Just another way to incorporate the NFL theme into the entire weekend. You can see the NFL Draft Experience behind me is coming along quite nicely. It'll be a really fun part of this NFL Draft weekend. A draft that, as you said, isn't just an opportunity for the city to showcase itself on a national and a global scale, but it's also a great opportunity for the Titans to get Nashvillians excited about their team. The NFL Draft isn't just new to Nashville, it's also new to the hundreds of prospects hoping to hear their name called next week. So they're all leaning on former players for advice on how to handle everything. And for former Vol Kyle Phillips, well, he has a secret weapon helping him with the draft process, his mom. All right, I'm joined by Kirk Herbstreit of ESPN's College Game Day. And Kirk, you're kind of in a different role this week with the draft coverage. Can you tell me a little bit about what ABC is doing, maybe that's different than ESPN's coverage?
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the draft,
Hey, Corey, well, making a pick in the NFL Draft isn't as simple as calling it into the commissioner. It's actually quite the process, and it starts back at team headquarters in the war room. They'll phone the pick in once they make it down here to Selection Square. Now, contrary to what we might believe, they said it's actually not at all like a New York Stock Exchange floor. They said it's actually pretty calm in there, especially tonight when each team only has one pick. Actually, we have moved inside because the breeze was getting a little bit too breezy, but we are 14 floors above the Schermerhorn Symphony Center. That is Selection Square. That's where the Titans will make their first round pick. Now, they'll actually choose the guy back in their war room at home base, but right down here at the Schermerhorn is where the pick will become official. Now, he said the scene down on Broadway was a little bit too crazy for a guy who often references the aloha spirit he has inside him, but he did acknowledge the fact that Nashville knows how to throw a party. His play cannot be argued. He is an elite talent, but ultimately all those red flags do give you some pause. And the Titans knew when they drafted him they would face some scrutiny. Tonight, they answered those tough questions. Yeah, Titans general manager John Robinson said twice in his press conference, he repeated this, quote, "I haven't brought bad people into this organization since I've been here." And he stands by that. Yeah, John Robinson and Mike Vrabel both knew they'd be dodging questions about Simmons' past, but ultimately, they got the 4th best pass rusher in this draft class, according to the grade from Pro Football Focus. So to the Titans, they got a steal. For example, they said they got a video message from Dan Mullen. He's the head football coach at Florida. He sent his congratulations via video message, completely unprovoked and completely out of the blue, but he felt the need to do that because that's the kind of guy that Simmons was during his college career. We talked a lot today about Jeffrey Simmons and specifically that video of him hitting a woman from back before he was in college. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow for some fans, and I completely get that. But based on everything we heard from the Titans today, they've accepted it and they've become comfortable with it. And I spoke directly with Jeffrey Simmons, and he didn't shy away from answering questions directly, up front, and honestly, which is why ultimately Titans controlling owner Amy Adams Strunk signed off on the deal. Today she told us why, and Simmons was sitting 2 feet away and began to cry. Their work is far from over. Now the real fun begins as they try to snag some undrafted free agents. Now this process isn't quite as organized as the draft, but it is just as important because, as he just said, they have found some success during this undrafted free agency period. Although the crew here at Titans headquarters was quarantined to their war room, they watched the broadcast in absolute amazement of what was happening just a few miles away. They weren't a part of the action, but ultimately anything that's good for the city of Nashville is good for the Titans. The Titans are riding the high of the success of the NFL draft by hosting day 1 of the Titans Caravan here at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I think there might be somebody behind me, but there are more people behind me. There are 2 Titans and some cheerleaders signing autographs. These caravan events are a great opportunity for fans to meet and get to know some of the newer Titans, which is why last year's first-round pick Rashaan Evans and free agency signee Adam Humphries are both on hand here today at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, signing autographs for fans. Now, it's not just Titans fans here. I actually saw a couple wearing Tampa Bay Bucks jerseys. That's Humphries' old team. I saw them walk up to him and say, "Losing you was bittersweet, but at least you didn't go to the Patriots." Yeah, that hatred is real.